The African continent point of view, I think private sector investment normally brings a lot more greater efficiency in terms of the underlying investment. So if you look at most African governments, African airports, there could be more could be done in order to meet the demands of the growing passenger numbers in the continent. I don't see how governments would meet different competing needs without a private sector investment. The airport is a very important touch point in the customer journey. If we have no mechanisms to influence it in terms of how customers are served, the movement of passengers, the best way of whether it's fast track, also just the service inside the airline. By the time the passengers get to our aircraft, they probably would have had a very bad experience by waiting in the airport. So we have to find ways of collaborating. We have to find ways of influencing what gets done by the airlines, by the airports themselves. I think that a process through which we're able, as airlines, not just to deal with the passenger who's enrolled on a once-off event, a system that registers people who have had these particular behaviors and begin to score to create a broader system that will create penalties. And effectively, if you continue to do this, effectively you may be barred from flying from any of the airlines. It's not just an SAA or Kenya Airways issue, a much more broader system that begins to register this type of behavior. So we may have to look at what kind of penalty-based system that begins to identify this type of individuals at the global scale so that people can be much more restrained in terms of how they respond to issues that they may like or things they may like that cause them to be unruly. I think it's a much more complex issue. It needs deep study, a much more deeper analysis and study. There are no easy solutions because at the end of the day, they are still our customers.